Jordan!
Iain.
Who went for a casual night out, got drunk, got in late, and is still the one who's better prepared?
Keira Knightley?
No. Two guys. What? Hello, and welcome to episode 57 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where I'm joined by the guy who, in a bizarre turn of events, is the one with the hangover today. Jordan, how are you?
I've got a sore head.
Oh no, come here, I'll make it better.
Yeah, please do.
Wait, which head? Because if it's the top one, I don't want to know.
Both of them.
I don't want to. Oh, nice.
I won't say nice.
Yeah, gooey, painful, sore, chafed.
Oh, God.
What were you doing last night?
Well, actually, I went out with Sophie.
Duck lady?
That's the one. Well, duck song lady, I suppose.
Nah, she's just duck lady
Duck
now.
lady, yeah,
Crazy
fair
duck
enough.
lady.
Anyway, we went out,
Yep.
and it was a rare Friday night off for us. Mm-hmm. So we decided to go and support some musical friends at another gig.
Nice.
Which was really fun. Mm-hmm. Had quite a few drinks, and just before my taxi home, this blonde lady,
Oh, yeah.
quite attractive,
Yep.
was...
Kicked you out the way. Stole your taxi.
Yeah. Brushed up to me and said, I really fancy you.
Fucking bold.
Yeah, slightly. And I thought to myself, like, why did this never happen?
Will my wife find out?
So, yeah, naturally I had to do that obligatory thing of showing her my wedding ring and saying,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, I'm happily married, but I'm really flattered, thank you.
Yeah.
And she was really sweet about it, but it was a bit awkward.
And a bit strange that she didn't pick up on the fact that you were trying to slip your number underneath, like, on that bit of paper. Like, take it.
Yeah. So when I got home around midnight,
Yeah.
I told my wife this story because she was still up. And she was like, oh, okay.
Oh, right, is that what she said?
Yeah. So I was like, doesn't it bother you that I'm so irresistible to
Yeah.
the female species?
To other people, yeah.
Yeah. And she just sort of shrugged.
Just kind of looked you up and down, laughed, and went, sure, night.
Yeah, I don't think she was particularly threatened, to be totally honest with you. And I remember I text you as well, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Your first response was, that's weird. So, like, yeah, screw you.
I did have to dig my way out of that, yeah. I think, like you said, why did that never happen before? But
Yeah.
also, like, it does seem a bit strange for someone to just come up to you. Like, normally, if you're out in a social setting, people come up to you and they'll introduce themselves, maybe.
Yes.
You know, they'll be like, oh, can I buy you a drink? You know, who are you here with? Blah, 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 get to know you, or talk to you a little bit first. Not just come up to you and go, I fancy you.
Maybe she'd had a lot to drink. That
Possibly,
explains
yeah.
it.
Beer goggles were in full effect.
They were. But aside from me,
Yep.
how are you feeling post-vasectomy?
I'm good. What is this now? 1 week. 1 week today.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
Yep.
yeah, okay.
So yeah, all good. Getting better day by day. Every day I wake up and I think to myself, I'm feeling loads better. And then I wake up the next day and I'm thinking, oh, I didn't feel better yesterday. Today I feel better. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Will this continue forever?
Possibly. Hopefully.
That would be good,
If that's a
wouldn't it?
byproduct, yeah, that'd be great. Just like every day waking up just feeling better and better and better.
Yeah, but will that not just get really boring? Because you kind of also need rubbish in your life, don't you, to
I mean,
appreciate that?
there's enough rubbish in my life, okay? The way I feel would be really appreciated if it did keep getting better because, you know, with everything else that goes on, it's a fine balance. So,
Fair enough. Well, hopefully it does. I can only wish good things for you.
thank you very much. But yeah, feeling better.
Good.
Can now drive, which is good.
Oh, you're not allowed to?
Short distances. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to drive. When I had it done, my wife had to come with me. That's the reason she did. She didn't want to be there. You know, no emotional support at all. She didn't want to be there at all. But she had to drive me home. They wouldn't actually
Right.
let you leave.
So you were more of a hindrance to your wife that day?
Yes.
Which is why she thought, I won't bother picking up the paracetamol and
Yeah, that'll
ibuprofen.
show him. The dickhead.
Oh dear, never mind.
No.
But I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you very much. So, what have you got going on for us today, Jordan? Because I'm quite excited. You said it was something experimental. You haven't actually filled me in, so I am finding out firsthand, as the listeners are right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to work.
Okay, so this
So
might just
we'll
be
see.
my segment.
It might be. You might just have to play it twice.
Mine's shit and all, so...
Fair enough. We're in for a good one. So today, a little bit of a different one because I want to try a little experiment with you while we're both here together in the same room.
Okay.
Which is involving speech jamming.
Oh, Oh, yeah, we spoke about this a while back.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So I'm not going to go into detail right now, but I think it'll be a good laugh. If it works, it should be fun.
Fantastic. Can't wait for that then.
So we'll see.
Smash it.
But what have you got for us today?
Well, Jordan, today I am going to be telling you about the encounters and reports that a fair few teens had back in 1977 with a bizarre and unknown creature that came to be known as the Dover Deemon.
I've never heard of the Dover Deemon.
And oddly enough, I'm glad you picked up on that. You do have to say it like that.
Do you? Is that part? How is it written?
Just normal.
Fair enough.
But if you say it in a normal voice, it will come get you.
Ah, okay. So I hope the Dover Deemon doesn't get me.
Yeah, I really hope the Dover Deemon... Oh, fuck! Shit!
I wondered what that weird thing was behind you.
Oh, it knew did it. Just watch my back for me, mate.
Okay,
Hand me that pointy stick so I can keep it at bay while I'm talking.
Penis.
If you insist. So the first thing that comes to mind whenever us Brits hear the name given to this spooky little bugger, they might think that it's something to do with a ferry. But it did in fact take place in America, so it is obviously a cryptid.
Okay, yeah.
In the quiet darkness of April 21st in Massachusetts, the sounds that emerged from the peaceful scene on Farm Street were those of merriment, a blaring stereo, the roaring engine of a car filled with the infectious laughter of 3 17-year-old boys, laughing and enjoying life. Bill Bartlett, Mike Mazoka and Andy Brody were cruising home, enjoying not currently being scared shitless, but it was here. At least 1/3 of them would have their life view flipped upside down forever.
Do you also have to say forever like that?
Yeah, there's a few words in here.
Okay.
You'll see them in the notes. They're underlined red because they're drawn out. So, that squiggle just implies you have to say it weird.
See, that's what I was wondering, if the Dover Deemon...
Good job.
Thank you, yeah. If that also would have to be written differently then.
Yeah, it's just drawn out. So there's like 4 O's in there.
Right.
A couple E's, in the demon part. So
yeah.
it just implies where you have to draw it out.
Yeah, fine.
Bartlett was behind the wheel, and as he rounded the corner, his laughter slowly died as his eyes fell upon something lurking on the loose, rocky wall by the side of the road. As the car got closer and its headlights pierced the night, it fell upon a super spooky fun-time intruder and revealed something terrifying. A 3.5 to 4.5 foot tall figure with big, round, shiny eyes like giant orange marbles, an oversized round head, spindly arms and legs. It was hairless, with peach-coloured skin which Bartlett likened to rough, wet sandpaper, and it was skulking over the rocks. What do you think? That little head shrug then. I was here for a demon, mate. What the f*** is this you talking about?
Yeah, it just sounds like me.
Does it? I did wonder.
Yeah, I'm not particularly tall.
Rough sandpaper, like skin.
Yeah. Oh, they did say hairless. Mm-hmm. So that's just the disguise.
Mate, I can see your hairline coming off there.
That's just receding.
The glue. Oh, is it shit? Put my foot in my mouth again. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's weird.
As they drove on, the other 2 boys realised that Bartlett had gone quiet. They inquired as to what the actual his goddamn problem was, and with that inquiry, it was clear that only Bartlett had witnessed the unsettling critter. Bartlett stopped a little bit down the road and told his friends exactly what he had seen, and they excitedly pleaded with him to turn back around, and he did what any sane person would have done in a situation. He obliged, but upon returning to the scene, the creature had vanished. Spooky.
Another one of those words.
It is, yeah. I don't know. Was that the same as the second word? What was the second word?
I was just thinking about spooky.
What was the second word? You have to say weird, though. Forever. That was it.
That's it.
All right, and at this point, I don't know if it fits in the story or not, but I'm going to show you a picture.
Okay.
So, for anyone...
You're going to stick this on Instagram?
I can do.
So, anyone listen to this, go check Instagram now, but not if you're driving.
Yes, not if you're driving. But if you're driving, do look out for creepy creepers on the side of the road.
That would be good, as long as it doesn't distract you from your driving.
Always drive safe, people.
And don't be looking if you're operating heavy machinery.
Any other requirements?
Probably quite a few.
Let's just not list them. Just
okay.
Use your own common sense, people.
Oh, that looks awful.
No, you're not like that?
It looks like...
You, yeah. We've established that.
That looks like it's wearing like a Batman and Robin sort of eye mask.
I think that's supposed to be shading to imply shape of the head.
Okay, so it's not a superhero.
It's not a superhero, no.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's odd.
Creepy.
Is that like a drawing on some lined paper?
I believe this is the original drawing.
That is weird. And it's got super disproportionate body lengths and shapes.
It looks very alien-esque.
Yeah, it does actually. still looks like it's got either goggles on or a little superhero mask.
But we obviously know it's not an alien because it's a demon.
Yeah, very, very strange.
There's a more realistic photo for you.
So that doesn't bother me as much.
No?
I don't know. Seems weird.
All right then. Well, the other two boys might not have seen what Bartlett saw, but did later recount just how genuinely terrified Bartlett had been when explaining what he had seen to them. Bartlett dropped off his friends, went home, and shared his bizarre encounter with his father, and then had the bright idea of drawing what he had seen, which was a good job he did, because it helps verify other encounters later. So Bartlett drew it and wrote by the side, "I, Bill Bartlett, swear on a stack of Bibles that I saw this creature."
Doesn't really mean much because he was atheist.
Which is the drawing I just showed you, which you will also be able to check out on the Instagram, unless you're driving.
Or operating heavy machinery.
Or chopping onions.
Hey, you can do it then.
It's fair enough. The night wasn't over for this mysterious being, though. At midnight, 15-year-old John Baxter, after leaving his girlfriend's house, was walking along Miller's High Road where he encountered a figure walking towards him that he initially mistook for a friend due to its size.
What does that mean?
I think what that means is he's 15, so he's not fully grown yet, so he sees another person about his size, so he thinks, oh, maybe I know this person.
Yeah, that is logic.
He sees another figure about his height, goes, oh, maybe this is one of my school chums.
Yeah, because everyone says chums as well.
They do in Massachusetts. It's one of their favourite lingos.
Is it?
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
When he greeted it with a polite, how you going, pal? The figure stopped dead in its tracks, and so did Baxter. Thinking, what the is this thing? He took a step closer to it, and it scuttled into the woods. Baxter's unease grew. The creature's silhouette, reminiscent of Bartlett's drawing, lingered in the trees, prompting Baxter to get a little closer to try and see what it was. But when he saw it, perched on a rock staring back at him, he started to feel uneasy and cautiously retreated to catch his waiting lift home.
And it was at this point he thought, actually, it doesn't look like my friend Lewis, after all.
That does not look like my chum after all. I shall be departing now. Yeah. But back to Bartlett, though. The following day, he confided in his friend, Will Tainer, who didn't know it yet, but he was about to also get himself on the sighting train to Freakedoutville. What? That's a fantastic piece of writing.
That was good, yeah. It caught me off guard. Could I just also say, I thought you did really good grammar on Freakedoutville.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I put the hyphens in there.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have appeased you. Because it terrifies me when your eyes glow red and you just get f***ing angry.
Mangry,
yeah. And start busting up your own room. That's why we had to start recording here, because I was sick of you breaking my shit.
Yeah.
While he was driving his friend Abby Brabham home, around midnight on Springdale Avenue, shit was about to get spooky. Amy spotted it first. The description was the same, although with the added features of no mouth, no ears, glowing green eyes, but still as mysterious and sexy. So, at this point, renowned cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman came to investigate and found the witnesses credible as she did, as did the parents and the police officials, and oddly enough, Coleman found that this region had a history of paranormal sightings, from a devil-like creature in the 1600s, also seen on Farm Street, to UFO reports in 1969. And there is just one story that I wanted to go into a little bit more detail of, because it's f***ing mental. And not because of what goes on in it, but because of the way the people interact in it.
So is this not really about paranormal, but just how these people in this town
talk to each other?
Yeah.
There is a paranormal aspect to the story.
Okay.
But it just made me laugh.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I need to tell you. In June 1995, a lad named Daniel and his girlfriend experienced a strange incident in the woods. They found themselves lost. It was an area that Dan knew well, so found it strange that he had gotten lost so easily and unexpectedly. His girlfriend, who was unnamed in this story, got very annoyed and upset that Dan had gotten them lost. Dan remarked that her mood change was unfortunate, as he wanted to profess his love, but getting lost made for an awkward predicament.
Oh, poor guy.
Now, is that wording not just a bit weird?
Oh, right, so this is not your wording.
Oh, no, this isn't my word. This was what they said.
Right, okay.
So in an interview, he's like, oh, well, she got upset and it made for an awkward predicament.
Well, very prim and proper.
Yeah.
Queen's English, actually.
Soon after wandering around for a while, very strangely, the afternoon sun quickly began to set, leaving them shrouded in darkness. A thick fog rolled in, and eager to add salt to the wound, Dan's girlfriend shouted at him and called him an idiotic jerk.
Well, this is when he got down on one knee as well.
Get up, you idiotic jerk, the ground's wet. But again, that is an actual quote taken from the book I got this information from.
Right. But the quote wasn't at the end of that, get up, you silly so-and-so.
Oh, yeah.
The ground is indeed very much wet.
The ground is sodden with water. Get up, you bastard. No, that bit wasn't. It was the idiotic jerk part.
Right.
Was a direct quote. But as Dan was taking his telling off like a champ, they started to hear sounds of children playing and laughter all around them, and a bush close to them began to rustle. Dan approached it thinking he could maybe get some help or directions home, but wouldn't you know it, when he pulled back the branches, sat there chilling, was 2 3-foot-tall men in green jumpsuits who quickly thought, "What the f***, we've been spotted," and scurried into a hole. After they were done thinking, "What the f*** for themselves," Dan noticed that they were next to a hill. He said, "Oh, of course, it's a fairy mound." And to this, his girlfriend also called him mental.
Was that a direct quote?
I think so. That might have been a bit of creative liberty.
Okay.
Dan thought, "F*** it, and f*** you too," pulled some coins out of his pocket and threw them at the entrance of the hall, which was not idiotic or mental. Trisha, I imagine.
I'm assuming Trisha was not her name then.
No, that was also creative liberties I took.
Okay, fair enough.
But you see, in doing this, the clouds lifted, the sun returned, and they got out. And probably broke up. But back to our demon pal. What could it be? Speculation ranges from a fowl to a moose calf or a snowy owl. The mystery lingered, leaving the community with a chilling tale and some scared kids, 1 broken relationship, and 2 happy 3-foot green guys in jumpsuits. So Jordan, with that information, what do you think?
Did Dan and Trish end up seeing these figures together? Or was it just Dan?
To be honest, it wasn't made especially clear, so I don't know if they both saw it, if it was just him.
Okay, but he at least
He,
saw it.
at the very least, because he was like, "Oh, just give him a couple quid, mate, and we'll get home, it's fine."
Again, I'm assuming this is creative liberties, but with your quotes at the beginning, very different to what they apparently said at the end with the "F*** you too."
Oh yeah, that was me again.
Oh, okay, that's
Stop
fine.
picking apart my writings.
Sorry, I want to be clear.
So what did you mean by that, Ian? Where did that anger come from? Any unresolved feelings going on there? What's going on at home? You all right? How's your balls? They sore at the moment?
Are you having a breakdown?
Maybe. Call my wife. She knows what to do.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she just leave you ringing.
As soon as I say Ian, it's beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Hi, John, how's it going?
Your husband.
Oh dear. Yeah, very odd little story, actually.
Yeah, very interesting.
And this is the Dover Deeemon.
That was close, mate.
That was very close.
I could feel him breathing down my legs.
So is it implied that the Dover Deeemon are these weird little creatures?
No, this is just another story that was in the area. So it implies that paranormal phenomena is sort of rife there.
Right, I see.
So
So it's
maybe-
not what I saw earlier in the photo.
No, that's not what that
Right.
was just a creature that the kids saw.
Right,
in
okay.
77.
That thought it was his friend.
Yes.
Right, okay. He's got some weird looking friends.
I think once he saw the silhouette of it perched on the tree, he kind of came to the conclusion of, that ain't my chum.
Okay.
Just as it was standing in the foggy mist up ahead of him, he thought, he looks about 1.7 metres. Maybe it's Kev.
Yeah.
Hey. Whoop. And then it f***ed off into woods. And he's like, well, it's typical of Kev to jump into the woods like that, so I'll go over and check. Then he saw the silhouette.
And Kev often wears goggles.
Yeah, and wears a belt around the middle of his head to make it look like a watermelon that's been oddly shaped.
Sorry, Kevin,
That's Kev, yeah.
if you're listening to this, which I highly doubt.
Yeah, how's your belt head today? They're permanent now.
It's like that thing where people take a watermelon and they put as many rubber bands as they can around it before it
Yeah,
explodes.
yeah.
So it looks a bit like a figure of 8.
Yeah, and that's actually how one of the kids described its head to be, was a figure of 8 shape.
Not watermelon with rubber bands around it.
No, I don't think that was a thing in the 70s. YouTube.
Was it not? Not very popular then.
I'll have to check my sources, but I'm going to say no.
It hadn't quite taken off.
No, yeah, it was still just a start-up in some guy's garage.
Okay. Was it on Kickstarter at that point then?
Possibly. Just getting the funds to get off the ground.
So, it's slow moving, but it's got there.
It's got there, yeah, and we all enjoy it today.
We do. God bless YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a dying medium now, though, isn't it? Because TikTok's here.
I still prefer YouTube.
Depends what you're looking for, I guess. We're getting really off track.
Sorry, we are. I do enjoy watching Let's Plays on YouTube.
We are, but forget about that. Let's just carry on.
Yes, anyway, thank you for telling that story. I'd
No
never
problem.
heard of that.
Yeah, super creepy, super cool. I always just thought it was an alien because I've seen pictures of it before. Never really looked into the story of it, and yeah, very interesting.
Does look like an alien. You are right. Figure of 8 alien.
Figure of alien.
Be careful what you're going to say then.
Anyway, Jordan, right, and show me some stuff. Do me some things with the heads and stuff, headphones.
Okay, all right. So
I'm glad you understand what I mean.
Well, I figured that you're talking about my next segment. So.
Yes, yeah. Just kind of take some keywords and form what you think I'm thinking about.
If I wasn't thinking that way, I would have had no clue what you're on about.
Just get up and leave. Sure, mate.
Right, I'm calling you wife. Not that she'd answer.
She don't care.
So, before I begin, I think it's important to understand that speech itself utilises a feedback loop.
Okay.
All right, so you don't just think of a sentence.
Sorry.
Be careful, you'll be stuttering that in a moment.
Oh, God. I didn't know I was getting myself in for a theory lesson here.
Well, it's just to make sense of why it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm joking. Mate. Carry on.
So, you don't just think of a sentence and then your mouth doesn't automatically say it from vocal memory.
Right.
Instead, your brain is constantly monitoring the sound of your voice in real time in order to keep it sounding like what you expect it to.
Okay.
Think of it as if your mind is constantly analysing and correcting itself, which is kind of why deaf people find it so difficult to speak clearly.
Right.
So if you imagine then that you have your voice played back with a delay, your brain gets confused with what you're actually saying and what it's hearing back. So it tries to correct itself based on that delayed sound, and that causes you to have a bit of a stutter in your speech.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're going to cause me to have a stroke.
Well, I'm hoping not that far, but nearly.
I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, it might be a byproduct. We haven't tried this before.
Check the Instagram.
So, we'll see.
Cool, right then.
But at least it'll be recorded. That'll be interesting.
That is true, yeah. I'll play my final words at my funeral.
Shame it'll be gibberish.
Yeah. Right, Iain, I just need you to say, I'm going to catch a train. I'm going to...
I'm afraid the audio clip will also have me just laughing, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I tried to take it out as much as I could, but I'm sorry.
We were in the same room.
Yeah.
To kind of finish that off, think of it like you're walking a tightrope, but your sense of balance is 1 second behind. So it's like, as a result, you're going to fall off because you need real-time feedback.
Right.
And that is speech jamming, which is today's topic.
Interesting. I'm very excited to see if I can do this.
Yeah, I don't really know how or if it's going to work. I'm hoping it will. I've tried it myself, and it works on me.
Okay.
Because I've recorded myself trying it, and it sounds hilarious.
But I am fantastic in almost everything I do and try, so probably in for a segment here, Jordan. Sorry, mate.
Maybe.
Sorry to ruin it for you, pal.
I'll just have to do it on my own, won't I?
That's true, yeah.
So, as a final little bit to this, before we get into it, when we speak naturally, the delay to auditory feedback so that you can monitor your own speech is 0.001 seconds.
Wow.
Pretty fast.
What is that in light speed?
I don't know. Would you like to take a guess?
Oh, no, you put me on the spot now. Let me just say the calculation to myself again.
What are you touching there, Iain?
Nothing. How far does light travel in 0.001 second?
Wonder what? Why are you?
Shut up! Close. I mean, no, just move on.
Okay. Do you not even find the answer?
No, I can't anymore. I've just dropped myself in it, I know.
After all that, you didn't even get the answer.
I was trying to look cool for people at home, and it didn't work.
It never happens.
It never works. I don't know why I bothered trying.
And this is Jordan from the future speaking. So Ian's question of how far does light travel in 0.001 seconds is actually 186 miles. So pretty fast. There you go, Iain. Are you happy now? And commencing. So, pretty instantaneous for us to hear that auditory feedback. However, human speech is jammed at a delay of around 200 milliseconds. Not that long, but enough
to us up.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you get older, apparently it tends to lean towards more of 400 milliseconds.
All right.
So I'm assuming that's because we get a little bit slower.
I'm thinking the first person that came to my head then was President Joe Biden.
Okay.
Or current President Joe Biden.
Well, you say that. That could be as a result of a speech jamming gun, though.
Oh, God.
Did you know that was a thing?
I do, yeah. I like the way you brought that back round into the realms of conspiracy, Jordan. That's another word, realms. You got to say it like that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, otherwise you'll fall into a parallel one.
A parallel what?
Realm.
Ah, okay.
Nice try. Almost got rid of him. Text my wife. We were so close to being together.
it was her that was on the night out.
It's wearing a blonde wig in disguise. I fancy you. I know, darling. See you next weekend.
Oh, brilliant. So, in 2012, Japanese researchers developed a technology which is essentially said speech jamming gun.
Right.
So it's the idea that you could point it and target certain individuals,
Yep.
for example, maybe Joe Biden, resulting in them having their speech jammed. So meaning that only these individuals speaking can hear the jamming effect.
I have seen a YouTube video recently of this guy who just built one. And he took it to a shopping centre and he tried it on people. And he said, here is a script, just read that. And then without you knowing, I'm going to turn this machine on and we'll see what happens. And these people, they're like, one day I was walking down the road and then he turned it on and they go, and they'd stop being able to talk. And it's so insane to think that something like that actually exists. Like, It sounds like straight out the books of a conspiracy.
I love it. Well, I mean, I don't think I'd love it being on me, but I think it's hilarious.
To watch, other people's pain.
Absolutely. So, to anyone else that can't hear this auditory delayed feedback, it sounds like they've lost their ability to speak or to speak fluently.
Yeah.
Essentially as a way to maybe silence them. So, again, think of that as being an underhand method used in the middle of political debates.
Yep.
Or maybe to shut down a protest while someone's talking, turn them into a bit of a gibberish mess.
Yeah, gibber-wapple.
It's already started.
Yeah, there's one on me right now.
So I thought we'll give it a go.
Cool.
And we'll see what happens. I've got a little contemporary monologue excerpt that I would quite like for you to read.
Oh, mate. Reading's hard enough for me as it is.
I mean, there's no weird words in this. This isn't Shakespeare.
Give me an hour to go and read through it, and then I'll come back, all right?
Yeah, but then you'll have it in your motor memory.
Okay, right, yeah. Fine.
This is an excerpt from something called I Ate the Divorce Papers. So I'm going to give you this, if you could please read it, first of all, normally, and then we'll try again with said speech jamming.
Okay, are you sending me it? Or you just I'm being allowed to touch your f***ing phone for once.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Right. I ate the divorce papers. I ate them. That's right. I ate the divorce papers. I ate them with ketchup, and they were good. Good. You probably want me to get serious about our divorce. The thing is, you always called our marriage a joke. So let's use logic here. If A, we never had a serious marriage, then B, we can't have a serious divorce. No, we can't. The whole thing's a farce. A farce that tastes good with ketchup.
Beautifully done.
Thank you. 6 attempts.
He did quite well, to be fair.
Yes, it's definitely a step up.
So let's try it with some headphones on.
Okay.
And a little bit of a speech delay.
Okay. God, I'm excited. Headphones are on.
Headphones are on. Brilliant.
Am I really a fair test? Because, I mean, I'm shit at reading as it is, so if this does seem like it's working, is there any way we can really put it down to actually be in the speech jamming thing?
I mean, first of all, I'm thinking we try it with the monologue, and then we'll just have a bit of a conversation.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
And we'll see.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn it on now to about 200 milliseconds, and if you have a go at speaking that monologue, but try not to raise your voice too much.
Okay.
Because it's a common thing to want to raise your voice to get over what you're hearing. So try and keep it just level as you are. So I'm going to turn it on now.
I ate them. That's right. I ate the divorce papers. I ate them with ketchup, and they were good. Good. You probably want me to get serious about this divorce, our divorce. The thing is, you always called our marriage a joke. So let's use logic here. If A, we never had a serious marriage, then B, we can't have a serious divorce. No, we can't. The whole thing's a farce. A farce that tastes good with ketchup. Do I really sound like that?
Do you what? Sorry?
Do I really sound like... Do I really sound like that?
Why are you shouting, Iain?
I'm trying not to.
So how was that?
All right, I think not as hard as I thought it was going to be. This is weird because it's like listening to the podcast after it's been recorded, and I can hear what I'm saying, and I'm thinking I don't want to put that in. Delete that. That's shit.
What is it like for you at 200 milliseconds?
It's weird. Like I can't think of my next sentence. And then when I actually know what I'm going to say, I hear it back and it kind of stops me.
It like replaces your next thought.
Yes, absolutely. So normally, I'm quick off the cuff, got a f***ing reply to everything instantly. But it replaces the next thought, like you said. So when I talk, I'm hearing what I've said before, and that's when my train of thought stops.
Yes, but I think particularly it happens with a lot of like S's and consonant sounds, and
I can't go into detail with it, mate. I have no idea. Maybe if I ignore what I'm saying and only listen to the headphones, that makes it a bit easier.
Does it?
Yeah. So if I don't concentrate on what I'm saying, I only concentrate on what I'm hearing. It's kind of like I'm actually only hearing my voice.
Like you're only hearing your voice?
Did I do that? I don't even know what I'm saying. Can I take these off now? I'm scared.
I'm tempted to try it at a slightly different number of milliseconds for you. That was 200 milliseconds. Let's try 0.27 milliseconds.
Okay.
Just to see.
So excited.
All right. So I'm going to give you my phone because the microphone will be close to it. I only realised that after the fact. There's no microphone attached to the headphones.
Right.
So you'd have had a head start in that your voice would be louder.
Okay.
And there is a thing that says in this app, try saying this with a sentence. So
Okay.
See what happens.
Let's do it. Fred, fed, Ted, bread. And Ted, Fred, Ted. Do you want to read that so that people know what it's actually meant to say?
It's changed.
You read that one first and then give it to me.
Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a proper coffee cup from a proper copper coffee pot. I can't even say it.
It's a tongue twister anyway, isn't it? Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a proper coffee cup and a proper coffee. I can't.
Right. I'm curious, with the phone really close to you, try saying that previous monologue.
Right. I ate them. That's right. I ate the divorce papers. I ate them with ketchup, and they were good. Good. You probably want me to get serious about our divorce. The thing is, you always call our marriage a joke. So let's use our logic here. If A, we never had a serious marriage, then B, we can't have a serious divorce. No, we can't. The whole thing's a farce. A farce that tastes good with ketchup.
Well done. I'm going to slightly change this.
I'm just going to fucking gloat. Sit back in fantastical talking glory.
It's got some advert playing, by the way, if you can hear it in your ears.
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
What are they advertising?
It was some sort of game, but
I'll have it.
text.
Order me 4.
So if you try the same thing again, try and bring your voice down a little bit.
It's hard.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
People are probably noticing a change in my voice because normally I record with headphones on, but because we're in the same room, I'm not. So people will be noticing that I'm blabbing here because I don't know what I'm on about because I can hear myself. You get the picture. Right, what am I doing? What am I saying?
So if you say that monologue,
this one again.
Yeah.
I'm a pro now. I ate them. That's right. I ate the divorce papers. I ate them with ketchup, and they were good. Good. You probably want me to get serious about our divorce. The thing is, you always called our marriage a joke. So let's use your logic here. If A, we never had a serious marriage, then B, we can't have a serious divorce. I'm f***ing up. No, we can't. The whole thing's a farce. A farce that tastes good with ketchup. Pop, pop.
You did well until the end.
Until the end, yeah.
So, yeah, how does it feel?
Drunk.
Does it?
Mind drunk.
Yeah.
You know, like when you take too much LSD and reality is lagging.
Oh, yeah, I know that all the time.
Can I take these off?
Can you take these off?
I want you to do it. I want to see.
Okay,
I want to see how it sounds like for you.
To be honest, you did way better than I was anticipating.
Thanks very much. And here's my middle finger to you.
I do think though you'll see from the wave files how much louder you end up getting.
Yeah. And what I was trying to say is normally when we record in our separate houses, I have headphones on, so my podcast voice comes out because I'm a bit louder. So people are probably going to notice the difference now, and they'll know when I had headphones on.
Yeah, fair enough.
See how much easier that was.
Yeah. I'll just put your old audio clip into that bit. Okay, is there anything you want me to say?
Why don't you say some of those tongue twisters from that bonus episode?
Okay, I'm not sure if I have them on my phone, actually, though.
I'm sure they'll be on Google, will they?
True.
Say the pheasant plucker one.
Okay, yeah. That's a different one.
Is it the one that I said to you?
I think Pheasant Plucker's son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that one.
What was yours? Like I'm a pheasant plucker's granddad or something like that?
Pheasant Plucker's mate.
Mate, right, yeah. Weird.
I'll try it as yours.
Okay.
All right, putting headphones on, turning on the speech jammer. Okay. I am not a... Can't do it. I am not a pheasant plucker.
Plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son, but I'll be plucking pheasant... pheasant.
Feather.
When the pheasant peg... I can't do it. Try again. I am not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'll be plucking pheasants when the pheasant... I can't do it. There's another one. I am a mother... I am a mother pheasant plucker. I pluck mother pheasants. I am the best mother pheasant plucker that ever plucked a mother pheasant. Feels so weird.
Try and do what I'd said when you just like shut your eyes, don't concentrate on what you're saying, just listen to your headphones. Just say whatever tongue twister you know off the top of your head, and just don't focus on what you're saying, just what you're hearing.
Right. Red lorry, yellow lorry.
You went for the most difficult one.
I can normally do it. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. I can't do it. Why can I not say lorry? I think it's maybe me that's having a stroke.
It backfired.
Yeah. Right, speak to me normally.
Hello, Jordan. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
And what are you doing this afternoon?
Not very much, just probably nursing this hangover.
Oh, yeah. I hear your parents are coming to visit.
They are. We're going to have some food.
What food are you going to have?
Not sure yet.
You're doing quite well now. You're saying your own stuff.
Am I?
I think this has been a fairly average, normal conversation.
You're just the normal stutters for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of a bit used to it, but not fully.
You do look like you're sweating, your eyes are bulging, you're going bright red.
That's my normal thing. Have I got any louder?
No.
I'm trying not to.
Only sexier.
Of course. Just like the lady thought last night.
Just like the
Can't speak. I'm going to take these off now.
What, your pants?
Yes! Just makes you feel more at home.
Mine have been off since I got through the door.
Yeah. So, speech jamming. A bit of a thing.
Yeah, fun.
Can you imagine how difficult that would be if you weren't expecting that and you were giving a public speech?
Yeah.
That must be so off-putting.
I mean, we spoke about it before, but I mean, like, I know it affects me when I'm doing drums, when I'm recording in studio, because I can hear the latency of it.
Yes, yeah.
And you also said about the open-air theatre with a slapback, I think you said they called it. So did that not put you off when you were playing? Because, I mean, you're not very good at it.
Yeah. I'm not very good playing generally.
Oh, I meant the guitar. No kidding.
Yeah, it was very off-putting, and that was the only real situation I've ever experienced that with. Or the similar thing, I guess. Yeah, it was weird.
No, how did you get over it? Smashed my guitar, kicked every amp over, and stormed off.
Yeah. No, I don't know. What did I do? You kind of get used to it, I think, after a little while, but it was off-putting at first because, a drum's playing a groove, but then you're hearing that slightly delayed as well.
Yeah.
And then also I'm hearing my guitar back slightly late. I think not to the point where it was that close, though. There was more significant delay, but it was a little bit confusing to what groove to keep track of.
Of course.
I don't really know how it sounded. I've never seen videos. It might have been awful, which is why I've never done it again.
Yeah. Well, fantastic news. Thank you very much for that, Jordan. I loved it.
You're welcome. I'm sort of looking forward to hearing back what it sounds like.
I can't wait. It's going to be lovely. But anyway, does that about bring us round to the end of today's episode?
I think it. You know what, Ian? I really want you to say this outro with it.
Oh, God. Go on, then. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
We'll just do one take through.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode. And maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to a studio, hook them up to some headphones, and have a little laugh at them. in your own time.
I'm gonna burst. And if you would like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and be jetted off to every single link you will ever need for all your Two Guys What's Up essentials. Want to get your own Two Guys What's Up t-shirt? Click the link.
Want to hear me talk like an idiot without the help of modern technology? Click the link.
To do speech jamming with your friends? Click the link.
Oh my god, this is a big one. And don't forget we have Patreon, where you can find all your Two Guys What's Up extra essentials, including pin badges, shout-outs, t-shirts, and if you really can't get enough of our fantastic tales and glorious voices, well, now you can get more, because we now release bonus episodes, which come out on the last Friday of every month. Currently, there is 7 just sitting there, waiting for you to go and have a little listen to, and all that is available right now, starting with the bonus episodes for just £3 a month.
I need to do this more often. So if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do it, head over to patreon.com/Two Guys What's Up to check out all the goodies over there. The link will be down below for your clicking pleasure.
But if you can't do that, but you still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best way to do that, and we would be eternally grateful.
Would we, Ian?
I don't know what I'm saying, pal. But on that note, thanks for listening. Have an amazing week, guys, and we will see you next Monday. Bye 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 bye. I can't wait. Can't wait to hear that. As the car got closer and its headlights pierced the night to fall upon the super spooky fun time intruding.
Try it again.
Yeah, I think I will.